better than we did a year. All right. I was just told that we're being recorded. So anyway, we have refined our technology a little bit, and we are much more comfortable sitting and staring at a gallery of rogues or other humans who are interested in what we're doing. And as Melissa said, my name is Jerry Lineberger. I'm the president of the Friends Group. The other members of the committee that worked on this event are Jackie Myers and Barbara Dixon, along with Melissa and myself. We were not the judges. We have a panel of anonymous judges who looked at the artwork and the writing and so forth. And they were very pleased with what we got. And we actually were very, very pleased with the number of entries we had this year. We really had no idea if we would have a lot or none, but we had quite a few entries. So for those of you who have won fame and fortune through this endeavor, congratulations. And we will begin with announcing the winners. And you already know if you're a winner, but we will announce the winners for the group, and then Melissa will share your screen image and the image of your artwork. So the first place in artwork adult level is Carol Jean Watkins, represented this evening by her daughter. Awesome. All right, there's Kate. And there we are. All right. So Kate, would you like to tell us a little bit about your mom's artwork or her love of art?
Oh, can you? Yeah, my mom, she's always painted her whole life, and we moved to Stevens Point in 1979, and she's always painting, and she's quite well known for her cards and everything of the town. And she loves Schmeeckle. We've always gone to Schmeeckle, and she told me she was doing the sketches around the lake, and I was just so happy to hear that she had won, and it's just great. And she doesn't have internet, so I said I was gonna come to the meeting and to say hello, and she's just really excited that she won.
Well, thank you. And I really appreciate you joining us at this late hour where you are. So thank you for being there. And
Thank you.
all right. So on to the next person. Second place, Tim Schmeeckle. Is Tim on the video tonight? I think maybe not. I will speak for Tim just briefly. The last couple of years with COVID, I have gone to his home personally and picked up the artwork that he has entered. And I think this year he came and he dropped off his artwork at Schmeeckle during the day. So this is one of his wood carvings. And when you go in his home, he has lots of these on his shelf, and he's constantly working on carving and doing things that relate to the outdoors and to Schmeeckle and the Green Circle Trail. So the photograph there also shows in the background Lake Jonas, which was taken by a drone from Sentry. They sent a drone over the lake, and we got a copy of that image, and we have, Melissa actually has that in her office. All right, third place, Anna Bartz. Is Anna with us this evening? Maybe not. Melissa, do you know if Anna is on the call?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Well, I was not a judge, but I will say this was one of my favorite paintings. I really was taken by it, and I would have had a hard time if I was a judge, but this is one of my favorite places on Lake Jonas, and I think she captured it very, very well, and just has a lot of feeling and a lot of movement in her painting. So thank you to Anna. All right, on to artwork grades 7 through 12. First place, Tessa Bruckhart. Tessa, are you on the call?
Yes.
All right. Do you have your video on, or would you like to say a few words about your artwork?
Well, I just saw the chipmunk by a tree when I was on a run through Schmeeckle, and it just reminded me of all the little beauties that you can find out in nature.
Well, thank you. And I must say, you've been entering this contest almost every year that I can remember. How long, do you know how many times you've entered?
I don't know, 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's been a very great pleasure for me to watch the progression of your artwork as you enter each year. So thank you for continuing to do that. It's really cool.
Mhm.
All right, second place, Ashley Miller. Is Ashley with us?
Yeah, I'm on.
All right, would you tell us something about your artwork?
Well, I had a monarch butterfly for a while. Like I kept it in my room and it would like fly around. And when me and my mom went on a walk together in Schmeeckle, it just inspired me. And I actually gave it to one of my counselors at school because it reminded her of her mom.
So what is the medium that you use to do this?
It's watercolor and then the outline, like the black part is just Sharpie.
Wow, it's nice. Very, very nice. Thank you for entering. I really appreciate that.
Pretty cool.
All right, photography landscape beginner. Is JB with us? Maybe not. Well, I will, again, I'm going to speak for the artist if they are not able to speak for themselves. This again is one of my other favorite places in Schmeeckle. I have photographed this myself laying on my stomach, looking down the boardwalk, or doing all kinds of different angles. This is just one of my favorite places in Schmeeckle, and I think you've done a great job of capturing the color and the feel of that area. So nice job. Second place, Jessica. Would you like to tell us about your photograph?
Sure. Thank you very much for the recognition. This was a beautiful October walk. We'd had a really busy day with other things, and it was just what a gem of a trail we have right here, so that even when we have busy weekends, we get the chance to partake and get out. Even when we've had all the leaves to rake by ourselves, we could get out and enjoy such a beautiful spot and didn't have to go far at all.
All right, thank you so much. And you've captured also the fact that we put down crushed granite around the lake, and that has also made the lake much more accessible to people with wheelchairs or with strollers or with some walking difficulties. So you not only capture the lake and the leaves, but also a change that we made in the last year around Lake Jonas.
That's right.
So thank you for doing that. Third place, Eileen Wynn. Eileen, are you with us? I hear nothing. Well, I will say thank you again for capturing what we all love, which is the fact that we can get out during a pandemic and walk in someplace safe and somewhere that is stress relieving. So thank you for entering, and congratulations. All right, photography landscape advanced. Logan Mendyke, are you with us? No. Melissa, do you know where this was taken?
I don't know where this was taken. Actually, a few folks, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Logan is part of one of the classes at Pacelli, I believe. And a lot of the students did some absolutely gorgeous photos in the same area. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure where this is.
Okay. Well, we love it. And we will move on to the next person. So wildlife beginner, Ying, are you with us?
Yes.
Yep.
Can you see? Yes.
Yep, we're here.
Okay.
Ah, there we are.
Yep.
Thank you. Welcome back. Tell us a little bit about your photograph here.
Yes, and when we walk in the winter, the Schmeeckle, we found the 2 winter Andrew, and yeah, my husband talk with a little bit, so we found it have some wild, so the life companion with us.
Yeah, I like to talk to the deer when we're walking through, so This was right off from the traffic circle. We like to go in there by Century. We live on the north side, so we'll take a walk down that way. And then after you get down around the wood bridge, there's a little bit and then a little bit of a clearing. And usually the deer like to go right in there. And then she usually laughs at me. I make a fool of myself because I try to get the deer to follow us. I say, come on, guys, let's go for a walk. Let's do it. Come on. And sometimes, you know, they just give that blank look at you and then they kind of go on with their day. But yeah, I really like this picture too. I like when we go and talk to the deer. So
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations and thank you for entering.
Thank you.
thank you.
All right. Second place, Sydney, are you with us?
I am.
All right. Tell
Oh,
us
no,
about your photograph.
wrong person. Sorry.
Oh, yes, no?
Nope.
Where am I? Second place? Sydney Gavin? So the image I have says Cindy Gavin, and I think I said Cindy Gavin. Sydney?
No, no Sydney on.
No Sydney?
Carrie.
All right. Well, thank you, the deer, for posing. Your commission check will be in the mail shortly. Photography Wildlife Intermediate, Tom Mortensen, are you with us? Well, one of my favorite places in the reserve, and a fine view of a deer. All right, second place, Scott Page, are you with us?
I'm here.
All right, so tell us about your photograph.
Well, last February, I believe, a number of friends and I were walking around the lake and came across a couple of College of Natural Resources students releasing red-tailed hawk. And we just kind of snuck up on them. We saw before we saw the students. So I started snapping photographs. I think I got probably about 50, 75 of them. And it was really kind of a cool experience. They were releasing the hawk after some rehabilitation. And it was just kind of hanging out in these oak trees around the lake, waiting to take off. So
I'm guessing you're not taking these with an iPhone.
no, this is with a digital SLR.
Okay, with burst setting or something?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
And a very long lens.
Well, congratulations. We're very glad you got this photograph, and awesome photograph.
Thank you.
All right, photography other beginner. Caitlin, are you with us? No. Melissa, would you like to talk about this photograph a little bit?
Oh man, put me on the spot. Hold on, literally put me on the spot. I don't know this individual, but I can talk about this photograph. I think this is a very interesting, really neat photo to have been submitted. It's always amazing with this contest. People always surprise us. Like you think you've seen it all, or you think folks won't go outside any of the lines or subjects that you expect, and then folks do. So yeah, this to me, I was very shocked by this one, but it's absolutely beautiful, and what a neat perspective. It's really easy to miss things like what's underneath or you know, to take a different view. So I personally think this is a really awesome photo.
Well, it reminds me of something that Barbara said the other night in one of our meetings as we were talking about this event, and that Jean, when she walks around, says, here's the rock that I painted, here's the tree that I painted, here's the plant that I painted. And there are so many things in Schmeeckle, and no matter how many times I walk the loop or the trails, which direction I go, I always see something I didn't see before. And that's one of the great joys to me of being able to walk around there. So again, thanks to Caitlin for entering this. This is nice. All right, Cindy Alexander, are you with us?
I am.
Yay! All right, tell us about this great photograph.
This was taken last summer. My husband and I walk every day, and we like to just go to different places in the Green Circle and Schmeeckle, and we've just been going to Schmeeckle for years and years. And I think this was taken somewhere between the treehouse and the carved chair area, and the little girl was just sitting there, and it was just something that I just had to snap a picture of, and we share it with our grandchildren all the time. They just can't believe that we see these types of things on our walks every day.
Yep. Yep. So thank you for entering this. It's a wonderful photograph.
Thank you.
All right, Kyle, would you like to talk about your photograph?
Yeah, I stole my wife's picture, and because what it reminded us of is the fact that we have been able to share Schmeeckle with our grandkids. It's a big part of what we do with them, and it's one of the few places that we suggest that we can go with them that they won't say, "Oh, I don't want to go there," but they always love going to Schmeeckle, so we have a good time with that.
Well, as a grandparent, I saw this and I knew immediately what your motivation was. So both of my grandsons have been coming to Schmeeckle since before they were born, and they continue. And my oldest is 9 years old now, and he loves going to Schmeeckle Reserve, and now he loves going there and performing on the stage in the amphitheater, and he has a different perspective than he did much earlier. So these are great family photographs. I really appreciated you entering this. All right, intermediate, Scott, tell us about your photograph.
Yes, well, again, thanks to the Schmeeckle team for continuing this event. Always enjoyable. And, Schmeeckle is such a great city sanctuary, as people have already mentioned. But, you see a lot of the trees and the deer and the like, but sometimes you forget about the smaller things. And I was just taking pictures. This is in September along the boardwalk close to the swing area. So I was just taking pictures of some of the dying flowers, wildflowers, and this is sneezeweed, and just not a really spectacular grasshopper, a common red-legged grasshopper, but didn't notice I was actually taking a picture of it. I was taking a picture of the flowers and then noticed the grasshopper, and you can see the glint of the morning sun in its eye. So I thought it was an interesting shot. So yeah, that's my story.
All right, and thank you for your story. And acknowledging the fact that we continue to do this, we've had discussions about should we continue to do this, and are people even interested in doing this if they can't come and mingle and have hot cider and cookies. So we're very happy that people have continued to take photographs and participate in the competition. It's a really good thing, and it's something that Melissa championed early on when we entered the pandemic era. Said we must continue doing this. So thanks to all involved in that. All right, writing, first place. Pamela, are you with us?
Yes. Thank
There
you.
are. All right. Would you like to tell us about it, or would you like to read it to us?
Yeah, I don't know if I can see the whole thing.
We're getting a little wobbly on your audio here.
Oh, I don't have it in front of me to so I guess I
The
can.
second page is there too. Melissa has a second page right behind this one. So if you want to read it, you can do it.
Okay. It's a Schmeeckle. So I did I'm a national student in environmental ed and interp, and part of it came from that, but I'll just read it.
Okay.
If you show the second page when I get to that.
Well, I really hate we're losing your audio here. We've got a frozen image of your face and we're losing your
Would you like for somebody else to read it for you who has better audio?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll volunteer. I'm Barbara. Come, forget that thing you left behind. It belongs to yesterday. Today, all this is yours. Hop on the boardwalk like a 6-year-old child. No one's watching. Pretend you're a frog. Step off at the sedge meadow bouncy brush or springy sod, not quite prairie, not quite marsh. Sneakers and circles and cuneate sedges. Here the beauty is understated, a monotone of grasses and forbs, swaying in a delicate breeze. You stop and catch your breath. This time of day, it's golden. Don't be fooled, this meadow is full of surprises. Shrews and voles burrowing among mounded tussocks, nests nestled in the grasses. Is that a sparrow overhead or a rail whinnying and weaving amongst the turf? To the right, an empty stream bed whispers reassurance, hints at the promise of spring. After a thicket of tag, alder, and birch, you re-enter the meadow and find amidst the grasses a trio of bedded deer. Time stops as you meet the eye of a doe. Breathe in the pine, the peat, the sod, for you belong here, an explorer on winding trails of woods and wetlands, amidst the runners and lake walkers, families, lovers, and students in hammocks. You who will not be tamed. I love that poem, Pamela. Thank you.
Thank you for reading it.
Wow, Barbara, that was great. I recommend a career in the languages for you. Wow, awesome. Thank you, Pamela. I as an old English major, I really appreciate your work. So thank you for doing that. Let's see. Second place is Kyle.
Hi.
Encore performance. Would you like to read or would you like to tell us about it?
Well, I just, I do these type of things with my grandkids again. So I've done some of these where I take a word and I kind of expand on it to see what it means to me, or you know, the type of things that that it can represent. My favorite on this spelling out of Schmeeckle is probably the one that was the hardest to come up with, which is kayaking, because I was like, I couldn't find something with a K, but then I thought of the kayaks, and then I thought Schmeeckle is so much more than just kayaking and canoeing, and so I tried to list as many things as I thought people found in Schmeeckle, and that's why that one probably is my favorite.
I really like this as an exercise, and I think I've learned something to do with my grandchildren now. So thank you for doing that. Your grandchildren are very lucky, have a creative grandpa like you. So thanks. All right. Annika Rice, are you with us?
I am here.
Yay. All right. Tell us about your poem, and would you like to read it to us?
Sure thing. Well, I'm Annika. I'm a student at UW-Stevens Point. I'm a sophomore, and I've always found that I loved having Schmeeckle right next to campus because it's a great place. It's so peaceful, and I tried to embody that in my poem. I love hammocking there. So my poem is titled Hammock. You trekked all around the lake to find the perfect two trees to sway side to side and sigh while smiling. Watch the water shimmer and glisten. A bird shouts across Lake Jonas, but you could care less. The sunshine wraps you in a hug as the gentle breeze brushes across the lake like a brush stroke and sways your hammock once again.
Thank
you.
That's awesome. I always knew when I was an English student at Berea College in Kentucky that someday I would actually get to sit and listen to other people read poetry and enjoy it. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So that is the end of our list of winners. Melissa, would you like to go back to our group view?
I noticed that Cindy has raised her hand.
Oh, okay. I can't see that.
No, it keeps coming up by itself. I'm not raising my hand.
Idiopathic hand raising.
I guess.
All right. Well, with the exception of the fact that you didn't get to have cookies and hot cider, I really, really appreciate the fact that you all have chosen to enter a competition to appreciate Schmeeckle Reserve. And all of us are lucky that we live in a community where we have an island of green in the middle of our city, and that we can go there and reduce our stress and create art out of the experience. So thank you all for doing this. And we for sure will continue doing this, regardless of which variant of whatever we have in the future, because this is something that we look forward to, and our judges really, really appreciated and look forward to. So with that, if anybody has any parting comments.
I do have a parting comment.
All right.
Well, I have a couple, but my first one is we actually have one of our artists that joined during the program.
Ah.
If we want to put JB on the spot, sorry, JB. But I'm going to share his photo one more time just so folks can see. And JB, what we had been doing was allowing folks to share anything they would like about their image.
Absolutely. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, and JB is a her, surprising enough. I know JB is kind of non-descriptive, but I had entered with my submission that Schmeeckle is a pretty significant spot for my family and I. It's actually where my husband and I had met, where we took a 3-hour walk in the rain, subsequently got married in the amphitheater. We're the first couple to marry at the Pankowski Amphitheater. And this picture was taken during a family outing. And I wish I could have submitted the outtakes as well, because it involved funny faces and one person looking at the camera, not another. So while everyone was goofing off behind me, I snapped this one without family in it, and turned out to be one of my favorite pictures I've ever taken.
All right. Thank you. Your description was much better than mine. I didn't have the story. But it is one of my favorite places in the reserve. So thank you. I'm glad you could make the meeting. That's good.
Absolutely. Worked a little bit later than expected, but that's kind of how it goes sometimes.
Yep. Familiar with that. All right. So back to Melissa.
Sorry, running all these fun things. Yeah,
All right.
my other parting comment is just, I want to say I was recently on the Friends of Schmeeckle board, and actually worked at Schmeeckle prior to that, and now get to work at Schmeeckle again. And this
So
is
would
one
you
of my
like to-
favorite events.
Would you like to put your face up instead of mine?
Oh man, sorry, Jerry. Sorry. I just
There, all
figured
right.
I can only see my view, so I can't see that y'all were like staring at Jerry.
Sort of like this strange vision of my face with your voice coming out. So.
No, I just want to say thanks to everyone. I personally absolutely love this event. It's just so nice to get to see how other folks view Schmeeckle and how you all like to share it with the rest of us.
Melissa.
Thank you.
All right. Well, and I will congratulate Melissa as we part that I think you're in your second week of your new job.
Week 3.
Week 3. Yeah, this is week 3. Woohoo! So Melissa was a
awesome.
board member, as she said, and now she is the full-time outreach coordinator for Schmeeckle Reserve. And we are very, very, very happy to have her in that position. So congratulations to Melissa, and congratulations to all of you. And thank you for loving Schmeeckle Reserve. I think we're done.
Great.
Thank you so much, folks.
Right.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody. Bye,
And Kate,
everybody.
thanks so much for coming. It's so great to see your face.
Thank you. Thank you.